Man, what a day it has been. What else sold? Oh, wow. That's what's up. We just keep hovering right around 200, man. Spend 60, gain 60. Spend 60, gain 60. It ain't easy being sleazy. Well, it kind of is. Yo, what's up, Death? Man, do I have the craziest series of events to tell you about. Cryptolo, what's up, big dog? So, I don't know if you guys are aware of my current predicament at work with the people reporting uh, falsely about us smelling like marijuana, excessive talking, um, using the wrong doors. Then last night, I mean not last night, but the night before, right? My my other male employee called off, and seeing as how I'm the only other male, when I got off stream yesterday, I got a call, and they said, "Hey, so they reported that two guys from your company smelled like marijuana last night." And I said, "That's crazy because there was only one guy there because my other workers called off. So, um, who was it? Can you tell them to specify which one of the people that wasn't there was seen with me smelling like marijuana?" And that just flipped this whole shit on the head. So now they're pissed off. So I go to work last night. My fucking headlights stop working 3 miles into my drive. And I'm the only one that has a badge to let anybody in. So I have to drive with my fucking four-way hazard lights on for like another 20 miles, bro. Then I come out of work after having the shittiest day imaginable, and someone busted my motherfucking tail light, bro. Someone took a hammer to my fucking tail light. I say all that to say this. I found a new vehicle for $2,000. Nice little old school Chevy Trailblazer. It just needs a little bit of work, a brake line, and some other stuff. I'm about to call this dude today, and then I'm going to talk to Pops, and I'm going to see what we can work out. Because, as y'all know, I do not have a lot of money. So, I'm going to talk to Pops. I'm going to see what we can do on the loan side of things. See if he fucks with it or not. We'll go check it out, see if it's worth buying. And all these trials and tribulations, all this shit will have been for nothing but to lead to the summit of me buying a new car, this car falling into my lap. And dude, it's literally 500 yards from well, okay, it's like 2 miles. It's like 2 miles from my parents' house. So like this car is in a nice small town filled with good people that aren't fugazi ass fake snake motherfuckers. So he's up front. Hey, it needs a brake line and some tires, but it's Gucci. I can do that. That's not a problem whatsoever. Brake line, $10. Then you just gotta, bend it and get it where it needs to go. Other than that, no problem. Tires, okay, tires are somewhat expensive, but fuck, the vehicle's only 2 grand. So all that bullshit leads to maybe your boy gets a new car, new year, new me, who this, new phone, who this, and we're off to the races. And all these trials and tribulations and bullshit haters spitting on my name, they may end up paying a motherfucker for real. I'm not even playing. Um, One more allegation, and I'm gonna call a lawyer, and I'm gonna get a defamation lawsuit against the company. And then if the company doesn't want to fuck with it and they want to just sell out whichever employee is making these claims, and I can just sue that employee directly for fucking with my job and fucking with my livelihood, which is fuck with my family. Because me 5 years ago, I would have just found out who it was. I'd have just slid the shit out of this dude or female or whatever. I was a reckless motherfucker back then. I might not have cared if you trying to take food out of my daughter's mouth. You trying to take food out of my daughter's mouth. You trying to make sure that my daughter doesn't eat. You trying to fuck my job up. Yeah, hell no. But anyways, well, damn, Cryptolo, I ain't about to ask you where you live, but I'm in Ohio, so um I know that's probably a little bit further away than would be ideal to buy your vehicle, I'm sure. Yeah, East Texas, bit of a drive. Not gonna lie, that's a that's a that's a teensy weensy little bit of a drive. Man, I'm telling you, I it like oh man, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I honestly don't. I don't know who it is. I have an idea. I think I know, but I can't prove it. But it don't even matter. It don't even matter because I was put in a position to bear this weight. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm I'm taking I'm taking this because Lord knows that a weaker individual wouldn't be able to handle it. They would have cracked under the pressure. So so that others around me don't got to deal with this, I've been dealt this what feels like a burden in order to teach me a lesson in something that I need to work on, which is my anger, my temperament, and my ability to leave the passion out of my decision making. I need to think logically, rationally, and not think with my emotions. I need to do what I know to be the right thing in that moment. And this is just a test. I mean, I call it God, whatever someone else chooses to call it. That's on them. I'm not super um what someone would call Bible thumping religious, but when I was in rehab, I really did find the way of the Lord and Jesus Christ. being my Lord and Savior. So if that's not something that somebody's down with, I respect that. But did I ever tell you guys the story about how I ended up um in rehab and came to the conclusion of religion? Did I ever tell you guys that story? It's a wild ride. How do we get in here? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It it's gonna sound absolutely fucking bonkers. And I honestly don't think I've ever told this story on live on stream or even the whole story even in a video. I've given some details of how I got there, but let's let's get deep this morning, man. Let's get deep. So I was oh shit, we got a strong box all the way back here. Let's damn, two researchers. So look, I had been off the I'm talking off the rails, wild boy, bro, for the longest time, doing whatever. If I had a problem with you, I'd come see you. I was doing drugs, selling drugs. You wanted it. I had it. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just saying I felt like I was the man, and it couldn't have been further from the truth. People just wanted to be around me because I had what they were looking for, and they wanted to use me because I was a social butterfly and I shared my drugs with people. So eventually, I ended up getting locked up for some time, like going away. I did, damn, I did somewhere around 9 months. I did like 37 days, got out on bond, did like 45 more days, and then I got sentenced and got shipped up the road. And I was down about 9 months. So in that time, I had the ability to do a lot of soul searching, and I fucking didn't. I didn't give a shit. I got in good shape. I got healthy. I got clean. But I didn't really do any soul searching. But anyway, I get out. And the first job I land, oh, I don't have any scrolls. That's what it is. I need fucking scrolls to ID it. Jesus, all right. Look, come on, please, man. Someone remind me. This is crazy. How many trips will it take for me going back to town to remember to get scrolls? Anyways, so look. So I get back, touchdown at home. I'm living on my parents' couch. I ain't even got a phone or nothing yet. I go out and I get me a little job. Now, at this job, I met my current girl. She was my boss. So being is that she was my boss, it was a little bit tricky for me to like spit game at her because I didn't want to get like a sexual harassment allegation because I didn't know if she was just, fucking with me to buy the time or if she was actually like interested in me and wanted a piece of your boy. Well, eventually, you know how we feel that out and I discovered, oh yeah, she want that thing. So we get to talking, some stuff happens. Um I brought her to one of my I had a boxing match for for a belt. I ended up losing by decision, which made no sense because I won 2 rounds to one, but they gave him the 2 rounds that I won, gave me the 1 round that he won. It made no sense. Those judges have never been back in the history of boxing ever again. And my coach will attest to this. If I ever have him on stream, he'll tell you the same story. So anyways, we go back. I rent a hotel because obviously I live with my parents. I can't take her back to my parents' house. So I rent a hotel. Some stuff happened and we go about our business. I was blackout drunk. I was sober as far as from drugs, but I was blackout drunk. I was I was pissed because this guy definitely didn't beat me in the fight and I lost. So some stuff happened. Fast forward 3 weeks, we're carpooling to work and she slips down the steps, busts her tailbone. She has to go to the hospital and before she can get an x-ray, they have to do a pregnancy test to make sure that they're not about to expose a baby to any radiation. Comes back pregnant, bro. The first hot shot I put in any woman fresh out of jail, boom, pregnant. Well, my addict mentality started creeping back in. I wasn't ready to be a dad, bro. I didn't know how to take care of myself, let alone a little mini mighty. You know what I mean? So at the time, this is April of 2021. This is April of 2021. Now, fast forward to middle of May, my best friend died overdosed on basically on Mother's Day, which is in the middle of May. And God rest his soul. And that's a really hard time for me every year. I knew this was my road dog. I'm talking 27 years of my at the time when he died, 28 years I knew this cat. And he was my ride or die, bro. And I relapsed. I didn't understand how to take the pressures of potentially being a daddy. I had a bunch of stress. And I had saved up from, I think I got the job. I want to say I got out like January 15th. I got the job by February. And by May, I had saved up like $7,000. I had $7,000 in the bank. I had a car. Life was going good, but it wasn't good enough. And it didn't fill the void. So I started using. And I kid you not, bro, by the beginning of June, I was broke. I had no money. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had spent $6 grand in like 3 weeks on drugs, including my paychecks that were coming in, which were like $1,100 a week. Like bare minimum on average $1,100 a week. Just spiraling. Well, but I was still actively training. I was still actively boxing, and I was doing all that stuff, right? I had signed a contract for a fight on July 9th. And on July 7th, I had to go see my PO. And I knew I was going to be dirty, bro. Like, I knew I was probably going to be dirty. So I said, fuck it. If I'm going to be dirty, I'm going to go in there as high as I can possibly be. So if they lock me up, at least I'll be, you know, I'll still be fucked up for a little bit until, you know, I get through the booking process and all that. And I overdosed, bro. I got what they tested, the remnants of powder they tested positive for fentanyl, PCP, heroin, and tramadol. Why tramadol in there, I don't really know. But, and I overdosed. I died. And we had a routine. Every day when me and my girl would come home, we would spend like an hour or two together watching a movie upstairs. I would go to bed, and she would hang out with her mom for a couple of hours, and then she would come to bed. Well, when she went to go downstairs, I did a little bit of the shit that I scored at work. Obviously without her knowing, because I thought I was really good at hiding shit. And for whatever reason, she had forgotten something, and she came back upstairs like 15 minutes later, and I was dead. I was gone. Had she waited the usual 2 or 3 hours to come back upstairs, your boy would not be here. Something told her to come upstairs and check on me. She don't know if it was a voice, but she just remembered feeling like she had forgotten something. Like, she calls the cops show up, they find the drugs on me, I catch another charge. So, in order to avoid catching a whole nother charge, I would have to enroll in rehab within 30 days. Well, because I was supposed to see my probation officer, I got also on top of the other charge that eventually came, I'll get to that, but I got a probation violation, so I had to go to jail. So I go turn myself in, I go to jail, and I have 30 days to decide whether or not I want to go to rehab. Now, I only had a maximum of 12 months over my head originally, and I'd already done 9. So I only had 3 months left, in theory, not including if I get sentenced on the other shit, but on the violation. So in my head, in my criminal mindset, I'm thinking, fuck it, bro. I'll just ride this time out. Forget rehab. I ain't going. Because if I go to the rehab, it doesn't count towards my jail time. And then I'm still going to be on papers. I'm still going to have to come do all this shit. Go to AA meetings. Do all this bull crap. But the day before my 30-day deadline to decide if I go to rehab or not, there's a bunny rabbit sitting outside my cell block window. And this bunny rabbit is just looking at my bunk, bro. I swear to God, like, I cannot make this up. Like, you could not write this shit. But this bunny rabbit is just sitting there to the point where I thought that the grounds workers had put a bunny rabbit statue out there just to make it, like, give us something to look at outside. It hadn't moved, bro. It just looked at my rack. It was just sitting there. And for some reason, I called my girl and I said, "You know what? Look, I got like 40 minutes. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I got like 40 minutes to call and tell them if I want to leave tomorrow to go to rehab." And I said, "You know what? I think I'm going to take it." And when I got back to my rack, that bunny was gone. The rabbit was out of there. So, fast forward, I get to this rehab, and I walk in and I see all these guys that I know, bro. All these guys that I had been locked up with in other times. And it's like a damn family reunion in there, dog. We get to lifting weights. Like, as soon as I get there, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. We got a little weight bench. I start getting our pump in because I'd already been down in jail like 45 days. I'm already back in bid mode. I'm doing my push-ups when I get up in the morning. I'm making my oatmeal with peanut butter. I'm doing my thing. And all of a sudden, they all get out of class and they tell me what room I'm supposed to go in. And I'm getting ready to move into that room, and all of a sudden there's this huge commotion. And this guy he gets into an argument with his roommate, and they got to move him. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I live. So they get into this big, I don't know if it was necessarily a physical altercation, but it was bad enough to where they could not room together no more. So now this dude, he sees them come up and swap the dude's name, and they take his name card and they move it to another room, but they take my name and they move it over where that dude came from. And this dude starts going off like, "I told y'all I can't have no bunkie. You know what I'm going to do to these soft-ass dudes? You rooming with me?" All this shit, right? I didn't know he was just fucking with me. He was just checking my temperature, right? So I'm thinking, damn, I got to watch my back. When I go to bed tonight, I got to make sure this dude ain't trying no funny shit. All this. Well, that night, I go in the room, and this guy has a Joel Osteen alarm clock, dog. This guy wakes up to sermons. This guy is reading the Bible until 3 o'clock in the morning. He's reading, he had some Joel Osteen, like, motivational self-help religion type books. And we just get to talking. We get to chopping it up. And I'm like, "Man, I see you always reading over there. Like, what are you reading?" And he starts telling me about Joel Osteen and how he's like a really successful, what do you want to call it? Like a really successful pastor or something. And I'm like, dude, that shit sounds corny as fuck. Like, at this time, I'm like pure atheist. Nothing matters, right? In my head, you die, nothing happens. And he's like, "No, bro, let me read you a couple of his sermons if you don't mind." I said, "Go ahead, bro. Please humor me. I would love for you to change my mind. Please try." And he started reading these passages to me. And it was like, in that moment, I felt like I could move fucking mountains, dog. Like, I felt like this. I don't know how to describe it, but I was reborn, dude. And then when I got out, I looked up what like an encounter with a rabbit is, and it's a sign of like a rebirth or a change, like a drastic change. So this rabbit was like my guide to a new life. Like this rabbit was trying to show me the way. Like he wasn't leaving until I made the decision to go to that rehab. And then that dude just so happened to get kicked out of that room, and I so happened to get put in a position, a pure atheist with a dude that was a crack monster on the street, smoked big crack, that just so happened to be like the most religious man in there. And this dude changed my life. I started they bust us to church. Oh, sorry. Hey, Cryptolo, we'll see you. I appreciate you stopping out, man. I appreciate you. Sorry that I'm getting deep and telling all my life stories or whatever. But yeah, we'll see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. And so they start um COVID like eased up. So they started allowing us to go to this church. And I'll never forget it. I skipped going to church the first couple of weeks because I didn't want to go in there and be judged, because they have a whole section where we sit, right? It's like, this is the drug addicts. Drug addicts sit right here. That's them right here in this box. That's the drug addicts. So like in my head, I'm like, oh man, these guys are all going to hate on us and it ain't going to be cool. But I swear, bro, I got there and the first person I saw was this girl that was the older sister of a girl I went to school with, Sheena Meyer. And she just so happened to marry a man that shared my same last name. So she married a man with the same last name as me. And she saw me get out of the van from the rehab, and she gave me the biggest hug and welcomed me to this church, bro. And I remember going in there, and there was this kid that I went to school with was running the sound. He was running the sound for the church, and he noticed me, and after all the sermons and shit, he came up and he heard all my stories on the news and all this shit. And he just wanted to check up with me and make sure I was all right, you know, like I was good. And that I was getting help and all that stuff, right? So it was a bunch of solid people, and that changed my entire perspective on church and religion and all of that, bro. It's been one hell of a ride. And that's just the from 2021 to getting sober. That's not the 10 years of just crazy wild stuff that I did during my active addiction and everything else. Yeah, bro, it's been one hell of a ride. Like a journey that I promise you, if I wrote a book on my life, it would sell. People would be like, "Oh my God, this dude is crazy. He's a madman." You know what I mean? Like insane, bro. Insane. I wouldn't change it for the world. Dang, T1, 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 T1. That's not a bad pair of boots. But I appreciate you guys patiently sitting through all my bullshit this morning. I don't typically tell too many personal stories about my life, or I try not to dampen the mood, but I just felt compelled to tell that for some reason. Now, if I smack this with an Exalt and it gets 35 movement speed, that would be crazy. I mean, we could desecrate. Ah, whatever. Oh my gosh. T1 mana. Yeah, we should have desecrated. That's all right. Come on, hit that mana off with this desecration. Dang, it hit the flat, bro. That's all right. That's all right, bro. Dang. Did we do the expedition in here? I think we did. Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, I think sometimes it is good to share that type of stuff. I feel like a lot of us, especially men, are
Have an order?
we're just stubborn in that way. We don't want to burden anybody with our problems.
I'll
But
threaten and
you're
see what
exactly
happens.
right, Death. You're exactly right. You never know who's listening, and you might say something in that moment that somebody needs to hear in that exact moment that changes their life forever. And that's why working with my therapist, which I no longer have, because of course, just like everything else that's happened lately, I lost my insurance, so I can't even go to a different therapist now. And they cut the funding for the grant for me to see the therapist I was seeing. So I'm just unable unable to see the person I've been seeing for 3 years that's helped me with my sobriety out of nowhere.
Seems like a good deal.
And I'm unable to get my medication, so I just had to stop all of my all of like my mental health meds. So if I seem like I'm agitated a lot, or I'm distant or spacious, it's a lot of that because I haven't been able to take any of my meds um, since before the start of November. So that's been kind of tough. But I was working on getting off of them anyways. It just happened a little bit sooner than I was expecting. But when we set my goal for like, it could be anything, right? Like I want to be better at playing guitar, or I want to be better at this or that. My goal was to, no matter what the outcome, or no matter what would foresee as a problem, as a consequence of the truth, I would say what I believe to be the truth no matter what. Even if it was at the expense of somebody's feelings. Because at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with just telling somebody what you believe the truth to be. And that's how I've lived my life for the last however many years, man. And it's gotten me this far, so I think I'm gonna just keep doing it. Man, if that chaos damage wasn't there, that wouldn't be a bad ring.
Have an order?
Man, you are spitting some heavy facts today, Death. Some heavy facts.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
It does indeed. There's nothing that can hide from the truth, and it will eventually reveal all. That's just what it is.
Have an order? Let's see if there are any takers.
Speak.
Now, I will say it does get me in trouble from time to time if my girl says, "Oh, do you find her attractive?" I'd be dead if it wasn't for the mercy of my Father in heaven, and it's shown me so much going to him instead of running all that time wasted spent running. Man, that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And the thing is, you already know it to be the truth. You're like, dang, my life is messed up. And if I'm left to my own devices, if I'm the one at the wheel, oh, it's going to go left. It's going to go all the way left. Like there was years of my life. I'm talking years of my life where I didn't even have a driver's license, I didn't even have a registration on the vehicle. I was traveling an hour back, an hour there and an hour back on a major highway to go get drugs.
Can I help?
What sense does that make? I have no license. There are no tags on this vehicle, and I'm driving right past State Highway Patrol barracks all the way up the highway. obviously, if left to my own devices, I'm making some bad decisions. I don't even have a license. Why the hell should I drive? Man, Jesus, take the wheel. Please. Please, somebody. Somebody take this wheel from me, bro.
Is that a good price for that? I have no idea.
Shit was crazy, bro. That's actually how I caught my first charge. I overdosed at the wheel going 80 miles an hour on I-75. The cops had already set up a barricade on the highway because they had been, I guess, on to me for a while. They had set up a barricade. And I didn't make it there, bro. I didn't make it there. I crashed like 3 miles before their barricade. Bro, I'm telling you. But what's so crazy, you want to know, like, the craziest part is even after surviving that, like, just surviving that alone is a miracle. I was still, like, so prideful, like, man, I know what I'm doing. Can't nobody tell me what to do. That was a fluke. That was just a fluke. That'll never happen again. I get it right this time. Man, what? Man, what? What are you talking about? And the worst part is, bro, I just had my Lincoln fixed. $2,600. This Lincoln sat waiting for me to get the money. I get it fixed. The first week I have the car back, I total it. The first week. Yeah, us men, we are a little stubborn. Sometimes we need a good old fashioned kick in the ass. I needed about 85. Yeah, I don't know. And actually, it's crazy because I have like an incredible amount of survivor's guilt because all like all the friends I've lost to overdoses and suicide. Speaking of which, another dude I knew that I worked at my last job just killed himself yesterday. Crazy world. He just took his own life. One of the chillest dudes I ever met. His wisdom stopped me from doing a lot of dumb stuff when I first got out of jail and started at that job. But like all these people that I viewed as like way better people than me, like objectively better people. Yeah, bro, and that's the thing. It's like You gotta cherish those individuals. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it. I try to put on a smiley, friendly exterior, and I'm going through it a lot of the time, bro. I suffer with a lot of shit up in my head, bro. I'm fighting real demons. Like, I'm fighting real demons in my head. I've done a lot of bad stuff in my life. I don't know if you've ever stabbed somebody, but it changes you. It, it, you'll never be the same anymore. After that, you're never the same anymore. In real life juice T17s, baby. Straight up. Straight like that. But man, you but that's what's so crazy is it's always the dudes that like want to make sure you're okay because they know what it's like to suffer and they don't want to see anybody else going through that. So they try to make your day better, and sometimes it's at the detriment of themselves because if they would have just said, you know what, man, I'm really going through it. I could use somebody to talk me off the ledge today. But they'll never do that because they're too proud. Myself included. Definitely too proud. But I'm working on it. That's why I enrolled in therapy and shit in the first place, but now I can't go to it no more. So, I mean, it is what it is. I guess that chapter of my life is closed. On to the next one. Dang, we are hitting hard, bro. Where is this river hag? Get out of here. I can't stand those river hags, bro. Oh, for sure. Y'all got my back. Albie been riding with me for a minute. He's had to deal with my crazy ass for a minute now. For better or for worse. Please do. Nah, Albie, you missed it, man. I've had a crazy day. Somebody busted my tail light. I got reported again last night, not last night, but the night before for allegedly me and one other employee smelling like marijuana when all my employees called off. It was just me, but somehow me and one of my employees also smelled like marijuana that wasn't present. And then today, I drive to work and my headlights don't work the entire way. I have to drive with my hazard lights on. And then I get out of work and my fucking tail light smashed. Someone just smashed my tail light.
You did well. The deal is made.
Crazy work, bro. They were trying to get him fired and he reverse Uno'd their asses. Oh, shit. I can't, man, what happened with that? Like, bro, I don't even smoke like that. I, like, I have never been one I have never been one to partake in. Well, okay, that's a lie. In the past, I won't say never, but in the past, I would go to work fucked up. But now, bro, I don't even drink. Like, I might smoke once in a blue moon, dog. Like, in the privacy of my own home to help me sleep every now and again. Maybe. Like, I would never go to, especially with all the heat I'm under at work, all the people I know are after me. Hey, and like I said, what other people want to do, you rent a bike from work and go drive to go buy weed. That's crazy. But like whatever other people want to do, I don't care. What you eat don't make me shit. I don't care what you do. But obviously, if someone is accusing me and my people of smelling like marijuana, the last thing I'm gonna do is go to work high. Well, not even that. They're basically saying that we're smoking at work, not going to work high. They're trying to say like we are at work smoking, which is bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie. Like I said earlier, if there is one more, and I mean one more allegation of anything like that towards me, I'm gonna talk to a lawyer and I'm gonna try and sue the company for defamation. And they are going to rue the day that they messed with me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Bro, where is this abyss that they're claiming is still open? Is there an abyss in the boss room? Oh, hold on. I think I hear my daughter awake. 1 second. Yeah, for sure. Link it, and when I get back, I'll check them out. That little stinker was up all night, man, fussing with mama. She's still out cold sleeping now. Man, she's a handful sometimes. She got her daddy blood in her, that's for sure. There better not be an abyss in this damn boss room, bro. I can't stand when they do that. Yep, here we go. Come on, girl, get down here. I can't even see where she is. I'm stuck. Oh crap. The boss was... Oh lord. Well, that was interesting. That was definitely interesting. I really couldn't have got a div from that. That was super juiced. What is this dinner fork looking shit? 10% of damage from hits is taken from supported companion's life before you. You recoup 200% of the damage taken by supported minions this way as life. Huh. That could be like incredibly strong. He said, well, those are dead. They was good. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. Like, yeah, I don't know if they were good. They had all T1 rolls on them. Let me just go ahead and vendor these real quick. Oh, that is disgusting to see. That's all right. We'll see what this other pair of boots is, and we'll see if we can craft something with them. I don't I don't know why these other boots haven't sold. I might have to drop the price a little bit. Damn, look at that swag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can do something with these. We can do something with these for sure. Let's see. Now, I've been having a lot of luck just perfect regaling something, but hopefully this gives us the armor roll on top. Or a T1 lightning resistance. What? Okay, now give me T1 flat armor, T1% armor. I mean, max life would be good too, honestly. All right, Al B. It was nice seeing you, bro. Take it easy. since we got the armor applies, let's just go ahead and hit this with armor. Bow! We got T1 and T4. Dang. Now, part of me wants to try and take the prefix roll off to get the 100% increased effective sockets, and hopefully it takes off the 67% increased armor and we have another chance to roll it. You just found these boots, right? You just found these like this? You didn't pay for these? Okay, so we're gonna take a chance on it.
Heaven only
If you paid for them, I would have played it safe, but
Let's
we're
see
gonna
if
go
there's
ahead
any
and take a real life chance. If we knock off the 35% movement speed, we're gonna have to try and desecrate it back on. Oh, I already bought one, man.
All right. Your order is registered.
I got it. We are about to knock. We are about to. Okay, we got to put it in the secret spot. We got to move this over, deactivate the unnecessary stuff, put it in the secret spot. We have to say the magic words. Please remove 67% increased armor. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Do you hear me? That's what I'm fucking talking about. Ooh, that's why you gotta take risks. Uh, fuck. And now, for the grand finale, we hit a T1% armor on these hoes. No! We hit another T4. No. That's okay. That's okay. We should have desecrated. We should have desecrated. That way we had the ability to omen a light, omen a light, omen a light until they were done. But we're not trying to spend that much on them because we're going to have to vow them for the second socket and hope it doesn't screw this up. We could actually get a little bit more armor out of this if we div it. Let's div it a couple of times and see. Yeah, that's about good, I think. I mean, the lightning resistance went down to 41. I mean, that's still pretty good. 41 lightning res. Ah, screw it. We'll throw a couple more divs at it. Just 43. We got the perfect roll of armor applies. We're gonna leave it right like that. And then please, for the love of all things holy, give us a second socket. Well, they didn't brick. They didn't brick. They got increased stun threshold. They didn't brick. That's the important thing.
What's new?
They're not they're not as good as they could have been.
Oh, it's you.
Let's price check. I don't think there's anything on the market like these. Not with that enchant. Because I was looking at boots like this before. I didn't see very many. Okay, boys. We're looking at least 20 div. Let's put them up. Let's put them up for 30.
I'm sure someone will want that.
Because there's a pair for 50 there with 30 movement speed, but it has more armor, but it's lacking the resistance. There's a pair for 25 divine that doesn't have a resistance. Ah, but that one is double socketed already. So we probably aren't going to see. We're probably not going to get 30. We were probably better off with the 20. But that's okay. I am totally okay with that. The most we put into it was the divines to get the rolls up. So, like, it's not like we had a whole lot in it. If we can get 10 div for it, it's like 3 div profit. So, if I sell the boots, I'll split the profit with you, Death. Man, let me get all these grand projects you got, bro. Let me get them all.
All right, your order is registered. What's new?
Oh, these are all un-ID'd, huh?
Oh, nice choice. All the best. Oh, it's you. Oh, nice choice.
All right, we got 15 grand projects. I think that's good for now. Please do. You know how we like to craft, man. And we ain't afraid to send it. We ain't afraid to send it all the way. I ain't gonna lie. Hitting off that percent armor with the essence was huge. I just really wish that would have went more in our favor with the next roll, but if we could have got a T1% armor, oh my goodness, dude. We would have been in there like swimwear. That was a monster hit. For real. Sometimes you gotta take some big risks. Okay. I gotta get rid of some of this in my inventory here. Let's craft these. What are we gonna do with these? We got melee skills, attributes. That mana roll sucks. It is a T1 though. These we're probably gonna recombo with each other.
Yes?
Okay. Let's get a basic plan.
Let's see if there are any
Grab a couple of these. Grab some of these.
All right, your order is registered.
Grab some of these. Okay, we need
Oh, it's you.
dextrals. A few sinistrals.
Have an order?
Great. Golly! I mean, I guess I'll get 106 of these while they're cheap. Alright. Blow, you go on there. Blow, you go on there. Okay. This, not great, but we can use this to get spell skills. In theory, that's what this should land. Okay, it gave us critical damage bonus. That totally screws us. Yep, sure did. Okay, with this one, I think we have to Omen a Light the evasion off. Okay, so we Omen a Light the evasion off. We have stats and melee skills on the bottom. Now,
Hail.
wait, what are those all tier 1? Okay, so now, just because it's getting towards the end here, and who cares? We like to live dangerously.
Your order is registered.
While we have spent a ton of gold in currency exchange things. I was at like 3 million yesterday, and I'm already almost under a million. What is it gonna switch? Global defenses. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Well, that sucks. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. This is perfect. I I am a genius. I am a genius.
I'll post it right
Grab
away.
this. Boom. Um. Oh yeah, it's not in that. It's in essences. Okay. Boom, boom. Take off the mana like this. Ah. Ah. Okay. So then we have that. Now we put global defenses back on it like this. Okay, now we take off the mana like this. Bro, why is it hitting the same modifier over and over again? Um, I'm not exactly looking for a sacred maul, but I'll take it and I'll roll that. I'll roll that thing and see what we can get. Bro, just knock the mana off. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Now, now we desecrate. Um,
What's new?
yeah. We can work with it. We can work with it. It might not be perfect, but okay. We're gonna try this. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got it to 150. We spent a lot more divines than I wanted to get it to 150.
Have an order?
But now we hit it with attack speed. We hit it with a prefix desecration. I'm going to try and do this the best way I know how. Fracture the 150% increased physical damage. Oh, we hit the attack speed. All right, well, this is screwed. We just spent all those divs for nothing. Well, it's not screwed yet.
Can I help?
We might get lucky.
All right, your order is registered. What's new?
One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we need one more.
It's you.
Abyssal Echoes. We'll get
I'll
a
post
couple.
it right away.
Well, that's not ideal. Oh, we got spirit. Nice. Okay, perfect. Um, we'll take the maximum life just to roll the other one. Okay. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to take these and we're going to hope that we roll armor on the prefix. Maximum energy shield. Okay, that's not terrible, but we're going to try it. We're going to get percent max life. Nope, we got accuracy. So what we're going to do with that is okay, wait. We're going to roll the max life. Then now it's full, so we're going to try and take the accuracy off with this. We took the accuracy off. We got global defenses. That's fucking okay, that's perfect. We can omen a light that flat max life, and then we can re-roll the max life, and that will be Gucci. Um, this one ended up with spirit, global defenses. Why is it showing that? Oh, duh, because I don't. Okay. Please, armor, 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 armor. Evasion. That's not great, but okay. Give us percent max life. T2. Not terrible. Golly, dude, if that evasion was something else, that would have been a monster roll. Okay, now we hit this one more time. Please give us armor. Evasion again. Okay, never fear. Never fear, for I have a plan. Uh,
Hail. All right. Your order is registered.
okay. So this one is done. Hit off the whatever. Just hit off whatever. Okay. There goes the flat. So now this has increased armor from equipped body armor, global defenses, and evasion. That's not terrible. We'll take that. Um, That's alright. Now we need... Whoa, I thought I was in my stash. Let me get all this out of my inventory because it's confusing me. Okay. Take only a prefix. Oh, wait. It could knock off the rarity. Whatever. And there it went. Alright. It's dead.
Have you found? Well, gold is
That one's dead.
more than this.
This one is very much alive. This one dead.
Let us
Let's post these ones that are done. Well, actually, post you, probably go with defenses on that one. I don't know. I don't know what to go with on that one. This has 60 spirit on it. And it can be div to 65. I wish the all attributes was higher on this. But honestly, that should sell for a decent amount. Hold on. We'll have to worry about this mace a little bit later. I got to think of a plan for that. We kind of screwed the pooch on that one. All elemental resistance. So what we're going to do, we're going to
Have an order? I'll post it right away.
we're going to try and get lightning flat and lightning percent on this just because we want something that's going to affect every roll on it. Okay, fire damage, lightning damage. It's whatever. Oh, here we go. I got a text message on my work phone. Oh, never mind. It's just spam. I was about to freak the fuck out, bro. It is T1 fire, though. So, what we're going to do is we're going to now go with fire. And for some reason, it never works the way I want it to any other time than when I do all res. It just never works for some reason.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Oh, wait. What if we desecrate with a fire chaos split? So then that'll basically give us like 40 fire res, chaos res, and all res. Yeah, that's a better move. And it's a damn near guaranteed roll. Okay. I think that's what, in a Manu? I need to just have this like posted. As much as we craft, we need to have these prefixes and suffixes like, yeah, a Manu. All right. Hey, players fuck up too, so make sure you always check. Do not think you know everything. While we're crafting, we'll just go ahead and let's see what the difference is. Okay, that's 12% chance, 16% chance. And it's dead. That's dead. I do not want 58 divine worth,
Right away.
please. Oh, it's already I'm stupid. Oh, I hear my daughter running around. So it's about probably close to time for me to get off here. There it is. Perfect roll of fire and chaos. There we go. And that's not a bad little ring. I mean, it being on a cast speed implicit kind of screws it, but heck yeah, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping out and bearing with me
What's new?
this morning. Been in a bit of a funk lately, but things are looking up. We're gonna get it done.
Let's see if that piques any interest.
Have to, man. Absolutely. Gotta look out for one another.
I'm sure someone will want that. Is that a good price for that? I have no idea. Is that a good price for that? I have no idea. I'll do what I can to sell it for you.
Okay, we're gonna try and hit a high tier all attributes on this. Or wait. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We hit Dext.
Yes?
So now
Let's see if there are any takers. What's new?
Now we're gonna try. We're gonna try and hit this Dext off for percent strength. Okay, we got percent intelligence. That's not good. So we do the same thing. Okay, there went that. Okay, so there went that again.
What's new? I'll post it.
So
right
now
away.
we can take the Bears the Mark of the Abyssal off for percent. Um Oh my goodness. Do I have to desecrate it? Oh, the Bears the Mark is a prefix. Okay, so we don't even need that. Okay, again, intelligence. Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, so now we Bears Mark of the Abyssal. This is getting crazy. Don't hit that armor off. It did. It hit the fucking armor off and it hit it for the strength that we wanted. Okay. So now we desecrate. Well, let's roll the bottom first. Let's try and get these all attributes. Try and get strength. There's strength. Let's try and get all attributes. Okay, we got Dext. Now we desecrate. I wanted the all attributes because it's a strength base with strength, percent strength. All attributes would be more strength. Now we want this to be life. We want the desecration to be life so we can homogenize the percent life. Well, that's perfect. That's a T1. Then we homogenizing for a T1 life. Hopefully, don't hit the global defenses. Oh, we hit the global defenses. God damn it. That's all right. That's not bad. Okay, let's do one more map and then I'm off here. The main thing I want to do.
Yes. I am conversation. Goodbye.
I do really need to start making some videos in preparation for the new league. My thoughts, things that I would improve, things of that nature. I think that would make for good content. Maybe no one gives a fuck, but hey, whatever. Oh my goodness, the pack density is crazy in here. How did we get hit by that curse? Okay, we have a perfect essence of the body. I forgot to get vows. I have everything else, every currency item you could want other than vows that we need. Oh, spirit and dext and dog poo poo. When I get a crappy amulet, I just immediately roll it and look for rolls that could be decent to recombo. That's just what I do. Well, that's what I started doing because I was throwing them in my stash and now I have like 18 stash tabs full of stuff that I will probably never craft. I cannot believe I got hit by this temporal chains again. Ritual. Come on, baby. Let's go. Now that's got to be an absolutely fucking packed ritual. Where is this other sand dolphin? Hmm. Interesting. Let's see how many points we get from the first ritual. Wait, that's all the mobs that were there? That's it? 800? Dude, did you see the density on that fucking ritual, bro? How was that it? I don't know if that's good or not, but it might be. Mana leech, chaos damage. I gotta stop getting hit by this temporal chains, bro. Really do. Really gotta stop getting hit by that. T2 lightning damage wouldn't have been bad, but oh my goodness. We're just gonna keep it pushing. Don't mind me. Just keeping it pushing. Keeping it pushing. Oh, we're about to get stunned. There are still things coming out of this. That was wild. Okay. I want to try something here. Now, I know, at least I won't say that I know. Well, I'm pretty sure I know that a percent and a flat roll of energy shield would equate to more life than having a life roll plus the energy shield plus the percent life. But just for shits and gigs, let's just go on a ride with me for a second. We want to take off the resistance if possible. We did not. Okay, so
Hail.
that kind of screwed us. We wanted that on there.
All right, your order is registered.
It's going to hit life regeneration. No, it hit chaos res. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to want a flat and a percent roll. Yeah, I don't see that being good actually. We're going to put that in the recombo pile. That's nice. Not super nice, but it's nice. Okay, that's trash now.
Zesht is a... Algold is worth... Let us hope Zesht now lies dormant.
Okay, now this should have no choice but to give us deflection or percent evasion or something. Okay, that gave us the flat percent split, which is awesome. Now we want to double. That way it'll hit deflection and the percent evasion, hopefully. Yes. I mean, tier 4 deflection, not great. But 2400 evasion is pretty good. Okay, it's probably going to be like 2370, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wow, almost 2500. I read that wrong as hell. That's nice. And we can div that even higher if we wanted. That's pretty nice. Okay, so now we desecrate for the last roll. And we sit that in the needs a little something pile.
Oh, it's you.
Let's,
I'll do what I can to sell it for you.
That's what's up, though. That's what we like. Dang it, I forgot to stop. Oh, baby, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For some reason, those always roll well for me. I don't see any big runic markers, so
Gambling with our lives?
golly, how did we get hit by that? Not paying attention. That's how. Okay, just in case that other one fails, we can recombo with that. And again, we got hit with temporal chains right at the last fucking second. Man, that's wretched. Horrendous. Come on. Energy shield recharge rate. Try this one more time. And it's dead.
What is it? Acceptable.
Alright. What's going on with these double rarity rings I'm rolling? Crazy work. Okay. T2. T3. I'm trying for big rolls here. Okay, we got a way lesser roll of the armor applies to elemental damage, but much higher. You would, dude. You would roll frickin' stats, bro. Energy shield recharge rate. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Ugh!
Zest is a
Okay, we got a T1 roll there, so we can recombo that, and a T3 armor applies. Okay, so at least we saved it for a recombo of sorts. Now, we need to pray it hits a like all res. Okay, cold res. Okay, I guess. Now, if you hit max life, hit a high roll. Otherwise, hit block chance or the split. Oh, I don't want the omen, the other omen on. Just give me prefix. Okay, hit a tier 5 max life. That's crazy. Hit the max life, please. Fuck. What are the odds of us hitting a tier 1 again? Okay, tier 2. We'll take it. And then roll again. Hit a tier 2 split. Okay. That's basically the same amount of armor and energy shield that was on it was a T1, but whatever. Could have taken the extra max life, but whatever. Ooh, who could play like that? I wish they would give me an option to zoom out a little bit more as opposed to zoom in. If I could zoom out 10 or 15%, I think it would be perfect. All right, now we gotta go up in the middle here and try and find this dang last ritual. Man, look at that stuff chaining, bro. I love it. Come on, give me an omen, baby. I have a feeling there's gonna be an oh. I have a feeling there's gonna be an abyss in the boss room. And I don't like that at all. Oh wait. Okay, maybe we already did the abyss? Okay, sweet. See ya. Bye-bye. Come on, bro. Drop me a fucking div or something, bro. It has been so long since we had a raw divine drop. Like, so incredibly long. That's actually not bad. Wow, 43% rarity of items dropped by map bosses. I don't know where the hell those 44 other mobs are, but I'm not looking for them.
Speak.
Alright, well, I gotta get off here, guys. I appreciate you. Oh, look, another citadel right next, another copper citadel right next to a copper citadel. And we are like, what? One, two, three maps away from. And I think that is a merchant map, so that's like easy peasy. Fractured Lake, Fractured Lake, Viridian Wildwood. All right, guys. It's been real. It's been fun. Appreciate everybody coming out. I love y'all. Make sure that you have a blessed day. Make sure you keep the best positive mindset you can and be the best version of yourselves. With that, you already know what it is. You are enough. Stay blessed. And as always, stay mouthy. And we'll see you on the next one.